opportunity this past weekend for Rangers as they drop points, but so do Celtic. Who's going to make amends this midweek? We'll take a little look next. Another prediction video today. We look forward to match day number 29, I think, over in Scotland. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Rovers related, Scottish Premiership related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. I've joined with Dion. Of course, he's back once again for another crack at the whip of the old Scotland. We'll get to him in a minute. Of course, been a big shout out to our VIPs there, the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love and, of course, behind the scenes. And if you're new, make sure you smash your subscribe. Of course, keep you bang up to date with all things Scotland related, all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, let's bring him on in, of course, and have a quick chit chat. If I can find, I can't find you. Where are you on my bloody thing? There you are. There you are. All these bits and pieces. So, how did you get on? You thought with the last games, and of course, and Celtic. Let's talk about Celtic first. Dropping points, but of course, bit of a lifeline with Rangers also doing the same.
Yeah, Celtic. Yeah, that I ended up 0-0, I think, and man, I got to watch the second half. Hibs played really good defense, in my opinion. But yeah, it sucks that we dropped points there.
Well, there's a big chance for you guys to maybe take full advantage of the next round of games, of course, and a more likely, so I think a more winnable fixture for Celtic anyway. So anyway, let's jump in the deep end, of course, and revisit those last games. And of course, they're coming at you right here, right now. So let's go in the deep end, of course, now look at it. Of course, Aberdeen, they picked up a 1-1 draw in the end. Both me and Dion both went with a 2-1 win, going to favour Aberdeen. So we both got a big fat 0 on that badger. Meanwhile, Dundee, of course, got themselves spanked by Livingston, 4-0 on the road. Both again, me and Dion went with the other way of the course with a win for Dundee. Hibs, Celtic, 0-0 in the end. I'm quite happy with that, even though I didn't really call it. But we both went with a 2-1 win for Celtic. And again, we were both denied. Rangers also denied as well. 2-2 was the result. 3-1 for Dion, 2-0 for me. Both of us on that badger. Ross County, 3-1 winners in the end over St Johnstone. Dion got closer to the money on that one. 2-1 win for him. And I went with a 2-2 draw, so I look stupid, don't I? And of course, at the bottom there, we all got this one right. Clean sweep at the end. St Mirren did lose to Hearts 2-0. We both of us got that badger right. So what do you think about that? I think you beat me. You beat me on your debut. On your debut, you beat me.
Yes, let's go.
Now.
No, just luck, complete luck.
We'll see. We're going to go for a duo now, a repeat. We're going to go kick on forward into the next round of games in a second. But of course, it is into the month of March we go, and we're going to bring you bang up to date with the prediction leagues and all that kind of stuff. But first, let's take a look at that table. Celtic still 3 points clear over Rangers. Don't forget they got another old firm soon. I imagine at least one, maybe two. I don't know. 2 maybe. Probably. Of course, Hearts nowhere near, but they're in third at the moment, quite comfortably as well, with Hibs in fourth. Down the foot, Dundee going down at the moment. St Johnstone, of course, not too far away, and then Ross County in 10th. But that's the state of play there. What about our own little prediction leaderboard? A lot of zeros knocking around in the mini week there, of course. Kevin picks up a 0. Vinny Hong, Ultra Omirat also with a 0. And Carl Mucky. But of course, top bins there. Winky and James BCFC are great with 3. Well done to you guys. What about, of course, the mini leaderboard for the second half of the season? It's Shane O'Donnell right now with 30 points on the board and 28 for James BCFC are great in second, and Deep at the Great in third. That's right. So that's, of course, the mini leaderboard. But who did accumulate the most points over the course of February? It is the predictor of the month time. The predictor of the month is the person or the persons that accumulate the most points over the course of the month. You can win multiple months, and of course, you can be multiple winners. At the end of the season, whoever is on the Wall of Fame, which I'll reveal in a minute, one of those names will be selected at random, and they will get a $10 gift card or a hug from Dion. One or the other. That's right. So let's take a look at, of course, the winners for Feb. Or winner, it is, I think there's only one of them. It is Shane O'Donnell. Well done to you, sir. I don't know how many points you got, but you came out on top in the end. So you joined quite a variety list there. I don't think there's any double winners yet. Deep at the Greats in there with a couple wins. It's quite a wide open race. Alex Weller with a couple as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting who will come out on top on that one in the end. Kick it off forward, though. Let's take a little look at the master leaderboard, who was running away with it at the moment. Of course, this is the grand master plan. It is Deepak the Great and Shane O'Donnell, both joint on top there with 86 points so far this season. Russell Frost, probably the defending champion. He's up there in third with 81. Of course, he's going for a double-double. Of course, just like Dion is. He's back here, of course, for the second round of match, or not second round, my second go live in the studio, and we're going to go at it right here, right now. So, quick look at those games. Quick overview. Are you excited for Celtic? Take it on St Mirren. You should get back to winning ways on that one, surely. Are you excited about that one? You expect a big win?
I do expect us to win on that one. I hope that. They are at Celtic Park, so they better win. I got them winning 3-1.
3-1. Okay, well, we'll go over that in just a second. Let's go in the deep end, of course, jump in, and of course, start at the top of the shop. We're going to go with Dundee, and they're going to take on Hibs over at, what do they call that? Dens Park, I think. So let's get the deep end on that one then. Of course, the playing, all games take place on the 2nd of March, I believe. Of course, so Dundee up against Hibs, played each other 37 times in 1999, 8 wins for Dundee, 20 wins for Hibs, and 9 draws. Dundee come to us on the back of back-to-back defeats, though, 42% form for them right now. Up against the Hibs side, unbeaten in the last 3, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around at Dens Park, it was a 2-2 draw back in August this season. That was both match day number 3. The reverse fixture, though, at Easter Road back in December was a 1-0 for Hibs. Hibs actually unbeaten against Dundee over the last 6 games in all competitions and all venues. And of course, Livingston did beat Dundee last round back in, of course, the 26th. And of course, Hibs did that do a 0-0 draw against Celtic in back-to-back clean sheets. The odds, though, for this one, Dundee coming at you 12-5 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, and 21-20 is your away win. Dion, what you got on this badger? Dundee up against Hibs.
Dundee and Hibs, I actually got it coming out on a draw, 1-1.
1-1 draw for Dion, and I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Hibs. Of course I am. I'm a little bit biased. I'm wearing my green and white glasses for that one. Kicking on forward, it is Dion Celtic. They're, of course, taking on St Mirren. He's giving you a bit of an insight of what he's going to go with. We'll clarify that in a minute. Of course, over in Celtic Park, taking place on the 2nd of March. That is Wednesday. Of course, played each other 47 times since the year 2000. 39 wins for Celtic, 4 wins for St Mirren, and 4 draws. Of course, Celtic, though, just 1 win and 4 for them at the moment in all competitions, 58% form. Meanwhile, St Mirren, though, coming to just 1 defeat at the past six games. They've got a new coach as well, Steve Robertson, coming in from Morecambe. That's confirmed now, and he did manage last time around. However, last time played each other in Glasgow, it was a 6-0 win for Celtic. That was back in August, match number 3. They also played each other in St Mirren back in December. It was a 0-0 draw, though. So back-to-back games, in fact, 3 games on the trot for Celtic over St Mirren. They've kept a clean sheet, so it's looking very favourable for them. In fact, St Mirren have actually picked up 1 win the last 4 games against Celtic. Meanwhile, Celtic coming to this on the back of that draw against Hibs. They're back-to-back games now without scoring a goal for Celtic. Of course, they did not score against the Bodo Glimt out in Europe. Meanwhile, St Mirren also coming to this on the back of a scoreless affair against Hearts. The odds, though, for this one, 9-1 on Celtic, 100% favourites on this one. 50-2 is your draw, and 14-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, St Mirren. And again, to clarify, Dion, what you're going on this one?
On this one, I'm going with 3-1 Celtic. I was going to bring up the last time they played at Celtic Park, 6-0, but you already brought that up. So 3-1 Celtic.
I beat you too. So he's got 3-1 Celtic. I think I'm also going quite heavily. Yes, 3-0 in the end for Celtic. Again, me and Dion quite similar on that one. And hopefully we are right. Kicking on forward then, what have we got? We got Hearts up against Aberdeen, of course, over at Tynecastle, 3rd place. Hearts up against Aberdeen. I don't know where they are. They're, I don't know, 5th, something like that. Anyway, of course, played each other 97 times since 1994. 43 wins to Hearts, 30 wins to Aberdeen, and 24 draws. Aberdeen coming to this without a win in at least 8 games, goodness gracious me. However, they're unbeaten in the last 3. Of course, 3 draws in succession, 25% form. Up against the Hearts side that have picked up 2 wins in the past 3, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, at Tynecastle, it was a 1-1 draw back in August 2021. The reverse fixture, though, at Pittodrie was a 2-1 win for Aberdeen back in October. Aberdeen coming to this on the back of a draw. In fact, 3 1-1 draws in succession. Up against the Hearts side, coming to this on the back of a 2-0 win over St Mirren. The odds for this one, Hearts coming at you 21-20 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, and 12-5 is your away win. Dion standing by with his pick. What you got for this one, Dion?
On this one, I like Aberdeen. I like that. I like Scott Brown, of course, old Celtic. But I will have to say, Hearts win this one 1-0 at home.
1-0 at home. I think I'm joining you with the Hearts win on that one. 2-0 in the end for Hearts for me on this one. They're just too good, too strong. And, of course, Aberdeen still finding their way a little bit with Scott Brown. But anyway, kicking on forward is St Johnstone Super Chase up against Rangers, of course, over at McDermott Park. That's right. Played each other again on the 2nd of March. 54 times they've played each other since 1997. 8 wins for St Johnstone, 38 wins for Rangers, and 8 draws. Of course, St Johnstone comes to a pretty decent form for them. They've turned it around a little bit. However, just 1 win and 5, though. 50% form for them at the moment. Meanwhile, Rangers coming to us on 3 successive draws. 75% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around at St Johnstone over at McDermott Park was the 2 win for Rangers. That's back in September this season. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Glasgow back in December was a 2-0 win for Rangers as well. Rangers, though, did pick up a draw against Motherwell 2-2 last round. And that's actually 2 successive 2-2 draws in a row. Meanwhile, St Johnstone comes on the back of a 3-1 loss against Ross County. The odds, though, go in favour comfortably, I believe, for Rangers. 7-2 on for the victory. 9-1 is your St Johnstone, and 4-1 is your draw. Any surprise result there for Dion on this one?
No, not really. I think that it's actually going to be the same score the last time that they played at McDermott Park, and it's going to be 2-1 Rangers.
2-1 Rangers for Dion here. I'm going with a 2-1 Rangers. Same score, same prediction. We'll see if we are right later on this week, I think. Later on this week. Kicking off forward is Livingston. They'll be locking arms up against Dundee United, of course, at the Tony Macaroni Stadium, one of the coolest names in town. Played each other 32 times since 2001. 13 wins for Livingston, 11 wins for Dundee United, and 8 draws. Just 1 defeat, though. The past 5 games for Livingston. 50% form up against the Dundee United side. Unbeaten in the last 6. However, drawing 4 of the last 6. 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around at Livingston was a 1-1 draw back in October. The reverse fixture over at Tannadice, it was a 1-0 for Livingston back in December as well. Livingston with a 4-0 win over Dundee last time around. And, of course, Dundee United pick up a 1-1 draw on the road to Aberdeen. Of course, the odds for this one, what do we have on this one? We have 23-20 is your host, 21-10 is your draw, 23-10 is your away win. That is Dundee United. Dion standing by. What do you think on this one? Are we going the same or are we going different? What do you think?
On this one, I'm going to have to say Livingston 2-0 over Dundee United.
Nothing for Livingston. That's Dion's pick. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Livingston. So we're close on that one. And, of course, wrapping it up, the clean sweep. It is Motherwell up against Ross County at Fir Park. That's right. Again, locking horns on the second. 34 times they played since 2012. 17 wins for Motherwell, 11 wins for Ross County, and 6 draws, of course. Just 1 win, though, in the past 6 for Motherwell. 42% form up against the Ross County side. Just 1 defeat the past 6 for them. 58% form for them in the moment. Of course, last time around, though, at Fir Park, it was a 2-1 win. Back in September this season, of course, the reverse fixture in Ross County was back in January. It was a 3-1 win for Ross County. Ross County, though, pick up a 3-1 win over St Johnstone. And, of course, Motherwell pick up a 2-2 draw against Rangers last time around. And it's been back-to-back draws for them. And, of course, haven't lost since the 2-0 loss to Dundee United as well. Kicking on forward for the odds, we have 23-20 is your Motherwell, 11-5 is your draw, and 12-5 is your away win. Dion, to wrap it up, what have you got on this one?
On this one, Ross County is in pretty good form, I think, but Motherwell is a strong side. So on this one, I'm going to have to say that Ross County comes in and gets the draw 2-2. For
2-2. What have I gone on this one? I can't remember. I've gone with a 2-0 win. Motherwell to take it in the house. I want to thank Dion for joining us. Make sure you check his channel out. It's Nerdy Soccer Guy. There should be a link in the old description down below. So make sure you check that out. Give him a big old wave, Dion, and we'll catch you up midweek, of course. But don't you go anywhere, of course. Anyway, let's wrap this baby up. If you want to get involved with the predictions, get in there. That's the link. Free to enter. Cut the /Scott. Get your name in lights. See if you can beat me. See if you can beat Dion. Of course you can beat Dion, but you're not going to beat me. But he did. He beat me last time. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Of course, we will be back. When will we be back? Well, we'll talk about when we'll be back later. I don't even know when we'll be back. But anyway, we'll probably be back later on this week. Of course, double match week out in Scotland. Make sure you smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. And if you want to be just like Dion and be one of the ghosts, the hosts from the Mostest, maybe for the La Liga, maybe for Serie A, maybe for the Dutch League, let me know. And of course, you could be the Dion of the Dutch League or the Dion of the somewhere else. Just let me know down below in the comment section, or better still, follow me on Twitter and hit me up that way. But until then, guys, we are done here. I'll see you soon. Until then, smash the subscribe. And again, check out Dion's channel, Nerdy Soccer Guy, in the old description. Until then, we are done for now.